I think we're ready. I think we are officially prepared to commence the learning process. I have the textbook. I have the supplementary reading materials from the professor's website. I have the practice exams from 2018 through 2024. I have 3 different colors of highlighters: yellow for key terms, pink for dates, blue for miscellaneous important data, like names of economists or specific laws. Basically anything that doesn't fit into yellow or pink. It is a very sophisticated color coding system. I developed it myself in freshman year. Are you ready? You look you look very relaxed. That's good. Relaxed is good. Cortisol inhibits memory retention. But maybe open your book to page 42, the chapter on macroeconomic equilibrium and the Keynesian cross. Right. So, the syllabus says we need to cover the entire unit on fiscal policy today. It's a lot. It's very dense. It's basically a brick wall of information that we have to smash our heads against. But I made flashcards. I made 500 flashcards. I stayed up until 3 a.m. making them. If you don't pass, you fail the class. And if you fail the class, well, nothing happens to me. But I would feel personally responsible. I take my tutoring very seriously. My success rate is 100%. I don't clear untarnished records. Why are you smiling? Is there something on my face? Is it ink? There was nothing there? Oh, you're just looking at me. Okay. Please stop looking at me like that. Like I'm entertaining. I am not entertainment. Look at the graph. Look at the supply curve. It goes up. See? Supply goes up, demand goes down. Please focus. We have 3 hours. And I haven't even started on the aggregate expenditure model. Okay, question 1. Define opportunity cost. No, that is incorrect. That is functionally the opposite of the correct answer. Inflation does not mean prices getting thicker. That doesn't even make sense linguistically. Thicker? Prices are numbers. Numbers cannot be thick. They have value. They have magnitude. They do not have girth. You're joking. You're messing with me. I can see it in your eyes. Please take this seriously. I am being paid $12 an hour to be here. That is barely minimum wage. I could make more working at the frozen yogurt shop. But I am lactose intolerant. I am doing this out of the goodness of my heart. and because I need to buy more highlighters. Use highlighters are expensive. What? You like my shirt? It's just a button down. It's plaid. It's very standard. I bought it at the Gap. On sale. It came in a pack of 3. Why? It brings out my eyes? Nothing brings them out. They are just there, allowing me to see your terrible notes, allowing me to see that you drew a cat instead of a supply curve. Please stop complimenting me. It is distracting. It destroys the professional boundary. Back to the text. Page 45. Elasticity of demand. Imagine a rubber band. If you pull it, why are you looking at my arms? There is nothing to see. These are noodle arms. I have the upper body strength of a flamingo. I struggle to open jars. You're doing it again. Staring. I'm just listening. You can listen with your ears. You don't need to listen with your eyes. Your eyes are very intense. I feel exposed. I feel like you are reading my internal monologue. And my internal monologue is screaming. What are you thinking? Right now. Tell me. You're cute when you're nervous? I'm not cute. I'm an academic. I am a scholar. Focus on the Keynesian multiplier. If I invest $1, the economy grows by. You're leaning in. Why are you leaning in? To see the book? The book is right in front of you. You don't need to enter my personal space bubble to see the font. So, elasticity of demand measures responsiveness. If price goes up, how much does quantity go down? It's a ratio. Percentage change in Q over percentage change in P. Why are you looking at me like that? Like I don't know, like I'm a specimen. You're not just listening, you're studying me. It's unnerving. It makes me want to hide under the desk. I am not nervous. I am highly caffeinated. And cute is not an academic term. It is subjective. It has no empirical value. Please, don't say things like that. It disrupts the learning environment. It increases entropy. Now I lost my place. Great. Elasticity. Right. Elasticity is like a rubber band. Yes, stretchy. Why did you say stretchy like that? With that tone? You are doing this on purpose. You are trying to flush out my cortisol levels. It's working. My fight or flight response is activating. And since fight isn't really my style, I am very close to flight. I am very close to running out that door. But I won't, because you need to pass this test, and I need the money. So, let's talk about inelasticity. Things that don't stretch. Things that are rigid, like my patience is trying to be right now. Focus. Please. For the sake of my blood pressure. Good. Now, if the curve is vertical, that means perfectly inelastic. It means no matter the price, you still buy it. Like insulin. Or, never mind. Just write it down. Vertical equals inelastic. Are you writing it? Your pen isn't moving. Write, please. Okay, next concept. Externalities, positive and negative. A positive externality is like a bee pollinating flowers. A negative externality is like pollution or loud music. Okay, that's it. I need a break. I need water. I need air. I need to reset my circadian rhythm. Where are you going? I'm going to the hallway to breathe, to count to 10, to maybe scream into my elbow a little bit. Okay, calm down, Zen. She's just a girl. She's just a student. She's not a succubus, although the evidence is mounting. Why does she smell like that? It's vanilla. It's just vanilla extract. It's used in cookies. It's innocent. But on her, it's weaponized. And the way she looks at me, like she knows. Knows what? There's nothing to know. I'm just a tutor. I like math. I collect vintage calculators. I am boring. Why is she flirting with the boring guy? Maybe she's failing so hard she thinks she needs to seduce me for a grade. That's unethical and illegal. And completely unnecessary because I grade on a curve. Okay, get it together, man. Go back in there. Be professional. Be cold. Be iron. You are Iron Man without the suit and the money and the confidence. You are aluminum foil man. It's fine. I'm back. Hydrated, reoxygenated, fully functional. Why are you laughing? I'm not being funny. I am undergoing a crisis of composure. It is not comedy. It is tragedy. Let's just do flashcards. Flashcards are safe. Flashcards don't have eyes. Pick a card, any card, and don't look at me while you read it. Stare at the wall. The wall is your friend. I am just the voice in the background. Go. Okay, break time is over. Efficiency is key. We wasted 5 minutes on, quote, non-educational banter. That is, 8.3% of our hourly session lost to frivolity. We need to make it up. We need to accelerate. What are you doing? Why are you moving your chair? I can hear the wheels squeaking. The light is better over here? The light is uniform. We are under fluorescent bulbs. They are industrial grade. There is no directional lighting variance in this room. It is an isotropically lit box of despair. You just moved 12 inches closer to me. I can measure it. I have very good spatial awareness. You are now inside the perimeter, the Zen perimeter. It is an invisible force field of social anxiety. It extends 3 feet in every direction. You are breaching it. You are currently occupying occupied territory. Can you scoot back just a little? Like to the next county? Or maybe just to the other side of the table leg? I'm kidding. But seriously, I can smell your shampoo again. It smells like vanilla and sabotage. It is a chemical weapon deployed against my focus. Please, I need a buffer zone. I need a DMZ, demilitarized zone. Because right now, this feels like a war on my concentration. And I am losing the war. My defenses are crumbling. You're not moving. You're just smiling. That smile. It is not a student smile. It is a cat playing with a mouse smile. You know exactly what you're doing. You are a predator, an apex predator of distraction. And I am just a gazelle trying to teach macroeconomics. Fine, stay there. If you refuse to respect international borders, but if our elbows touch, I cannot be held responsible for the resulting yelp. I have a very sensitive startle reflex. I am like a fainting goat. Do not make me faint. It is very unprofessional. And if I faint, you fail the exam. Because I am the only one who understands these graphs. So it is in your best interest to respect the bubble. Preserve the tutor. Pass the class. It is a simple equation. Now, page 54, the multiplier effect. Look at the text, not my hands. Please, I can feel your eyes. They are burning holes in my epidermis. Stop it. I am begging you. Just read the definition. Please, for the love of canes, read it before I melt into a puddle of nervous sweat. So if we look at the fiscal multiplier, it is equal to 1 divided by 1 minus the MPC. MPC is marginal propensity to consume. It measures how much of every extra dollar you spend. Here, let me show you the formula. Static shock. That was a static shock. Did you feel that? It was like 10,000 volts. It went right up my arm, into my pacemaker. I don't have a pacemaker, but if I did, it would be fried. No shock? Just skin? That is impossible. Physics dictates that a spark occurred. Or maybe biology dictated it. My heart stopped. It physically stopped.
I am currently legally dead. This is a ghost tutoring you. A very flushed, panicked ghost. Your hands are cold. Why are your hands so cold? Are you anemic? You should eat more iron, spinach, red meat, lentils. I eat a lot of kale. Kale is a superfood. I make smoothies every morning. They taste like grass and sadness, but they are efficient. They optimize my nutrient intake. Stop looking at my hand. It's just a hand. It has 5 fingers. It includes a thumb. It is a standard anatomical structure. It is not an exhibit at a museum. You like my veins? What kind of compliment is that? Are you a phlebotomist? Do you want to draw my blood? Please don't. I faint at the sight of needles. I fainted during my flu shot last year. The nurse had to give me a lollipop and a juice box. It was cherry. The juice was apple. It was humiliating. We are getting off track. We are veering off the rails. The train is careening into a ravine. And you're doing it again. That look, the I want to eat the tutor look. I am not edible. I am high in cholesterol, probably, from all the stress eating I do before these sessions. Pizza rolls are my coping mechanism. Please, just stop smiling like that. It's unnerving. It's making me crave a Xanax, and I don't have a prescription. I rely on chamomile tea, and right now tea is not strong enough. Just read, please, before I evaporate into the atmosphere.
The aggregate demand curve slopes downward because of the wealth effect and the interest rate effect. And deep breath, no stutter. The shift happens here. That's enough. Voice is dropped an octave, steady, cold, commanding. I said, that's enough. You think this is a game, don't you? You think it's funny to prod the nervous guy, to see if he breaks, to see if you can make him stutter and blush. Well, congratulations. You broke him. He's gone. He left the building. Now you have me. And I don't find this funny at all. I find it tedious. Look at me. Don't look down at your lap. Don't look at the wall. Look at me. Eye contact. Now. Where did that smirk go? You were so confident a second ago, whispering in my ear about variables, touching my hand, making jokes about friction. You thought you were so clever. Why are you quiet now? Cat got your tongue? Or did you just realize you made a massive calculation error? You wanted a reaction. You were begging for my attention. You wouldn't let me teach. You have it. You have my full, undivided attention. 100% of it. Are you ready for it? Because I'm not going to stutter anymore. And I'm not going to ask you please anymore. And I'm certainly not going to be nice anymore. From now on, you listen, I speak, and you learn. We are going to finish this chapter, and you are going to get every single answer right. Do you understand? I didn't hear you. Nod. Good girl. Now, open the book, page 60. Start reading. And if you look at me with those bedroom eyes again, we're going to have a very different kind of lesson. One you might not be prepared for. Keep reading. I didn't say stop. You stopped at the comma. Never stop until the period. Periods delineate thought. Commas just pause it. Your voice is shaking. Why is your voice shaking? Are you nervous? Is your throat dry? Do you need water? No. Irony. It is truly delicious. 10 minutes ago, I was the one shaking. I was the one sweating through my shirt. I was the nervous nerd you thought you could play with. And you were enjoying it. You were drinking it up like a milkshake. You fed on my anxiety. You poked it with a stick just to see it twitch. How does it taste now? How does it taste to be the one on display, under the microscope, knowing that I am analyzing your every breath, knowing that I am calculating your stress levels in real time? Different? Yes, it is different. Because I'm not afraid of you. I never was. I was afraid of what I would do if I stopped being polite. I was afraid of this. I was afraid of the monster in the basement. And you just opened the door. Relax. Shoulders down. You're so tense, like a rubber band waiting to snap. High tension. I can feel the knots in your trapezius. Is this helping, or is it making it worse? Is this distracting? Me standing here? Me touching you? Taking up your space? Breathing your air? Yes. Good. Now you know how it feels. Now you know what you did to me for an hour. You invaded my space. You mocked my boundaries. You turned my study session into a game. But I'm not going to stop. Because unlike you, I have a goal. I'm going to make sure you pass this exam, even if I have to scare the knowledge into you. Even if I have to force you to focus until your brain hurts. Continue reading. Paragraph 3. The liquidity trap. Go. And don't skip a word. I know the text by heart. If you skip a word, we start over. From the beginning of the page. Begin. You missed a word. Substantially. You skipped the word substantially. It changes the entire meaning of the sentence. Read it again. Better. But you're still rushing. You usually rush. You usually skim. I've watched you study for weeks. You think you're smarter than the text. You think you can charm your way through life without doing the actual work. You think a smile and a hair flip is a substitute for data analysis. Maybe that works with other guys. Maybe they see a pretty face and forget about aggregate supply. They forget their own names. But not me. Not anymore. The fog is cleared. I see right through you. You're bored. You're smart, but you're lazy. And you use your assets to distract people from noticing that you haven't studied. It's a defense mechanism. That's mean. No, it's accurate. And accuracy is what we care about here. I am a scientist. I observe data. But I'm going to fix it. I'm going to make you work. For the first time in your life, you are going to earn your grade. You are going to sweat for it. How? By removing the distractions. All of them. Give me your phone. I saw it light up. Mike again. He's persistent, but he is a distraction. Give it to me. Don't make me take it. If I have to reach into your pocket, you won't like it. Or maybe you will. But we aren't doing that. Good girl. You'll get it back when I say so. Or maybe I'll text Mike. Tell him you're busy with your tutor. He'll understand. He knows education is important. Now, back to work. You have a lot of catching up to do. And we are not leaving until this chapter is done. even if it takes all night. Chapter 4: Government Intervention and Price Controls. Why are you looking at the window? Is there something interesting outside? A squirrel? A cloud? A bird flying freely, mocking your current captivity? Bored? We established this. You don't get to be bored anymore. Boredom is a privilege for students who are passing. You are not passing. You are barely scraping a C-, and that is unacceptable on my watch. My reputation is at stake. Read. It's dry. I don't care if it's dry. I don't care if it's sand. I don't care if it's sawdust mixed with chalk. You are going to consume it, and you are going to digest it, and then you are going to regurgitate it for me on the exam. Post-check. Sit up straight. You are slouching. Slouching compresses the diaphragm, reduces oxygen flow to the brain. It signals defeat. Are you defeated? Shoulders back, chest open, chin up. There. Alert posture facilitates alert thinking. You look like a scholar now, instead of a bored teenager waiting for the bell to ring. The bell isn't going to ring. Not until I ring it. I am the bell. Do not slump again. I am watching your spine. I am watching the curve of your back. If it curves, I will straighten it. Manually. And I don't think you want my hands on you right now. Do you? Or maybe you do. But that's irrelevant. Is that a threat? It's a promise of ergonomic correction. Consider it a value-added service. I charge extra for chiropractic adjustments. Read. First paragraph. Out loud. And enunciate. I hate mumbling. If you mumble, you repeat. Go. In a free market, louder. Project your voice. Claim the space. Good. Keep going. Don't stop until I tell you. I'm listening to every syllable. Stop. That was incorrect. A price ceiling creates a surplus? Disappointed, like a parent. No. Think about it. Use your brain. I know it's in there. Common sense. If the government sets the price of rent very low, does everyone want an apartment? Yes. Does anyone want to build apartments? No. So what happens? Demand exceeds supply. Shortage. Exactly. A price ceiling creates a shortage. If the price is low, everyone wants it, but no one wants to sell it. It creates lines. It creates scarcity. It creates black markets. It creates desperation. We covered this 20 minutes ago, before you decided to try and play footsie with me under the table. The blood left your brain to go elsewhere. Why isn't it sticking? Is my voice not clear? Am I speaking a foreign language? Or are you not listening? I'm distracted. By what? The walls? The air? The buzzing of the lights? By you. That excuse doesn't work anymore. I'm not doing anything. I'm not stuttering. I'm not dropping my pen. I'm not blushing. I'm just teaching. If you are distracted, that is a you problem. That is a lack of discipline. That is your subconscious realizing it's not the alpha in the room anymore, and it doesn't know how to cope. Maybe you need a penalty to reinforce the memory. Negative reinforcement is highly effective for behavior modification. Pavlov proved it. Hold out your hand. Do it. I'm not asking. Wrong answer. It's a shortage. Say it. Shortage. Good. Next time you get it wrong, we'll try something else. Something more memorable than a pen tap. Maybe lines. Maybe standing in the corner. Maybe I take away your chair. Now, next question. And think before you speak. I can see the impulse to guess. Suppress it. Analyze. Then speak. Be precise. Explain dead weight loss. And don't look at your notes. I confiscated your notes. They were terrible anyway. The doodles were distracting. You drew a caricature of me. It was unflattering. My nose is not that big, and my glasses are not that thick. Loss of economic efficiency? Go on, elaborate. That's the textbook definition. Give it to me in your own words. When equilibrium is not achieved due to market distortion. Acceptable. Not poetic, but accurate. It means society is worse off. Value is destroyed. Like the value of our time when you refuse to study. Like the brain cells I lose when you roll your eyes. See, you can do it. When you aren't busy trying to make me blush. When you actually apply your brain power to the material. When you stop playing the dunce role. You're actually very bright. It's frustrating. It is genuinely annoying. You treat your intelligence like an accessory, something you only wear when you have to, like a pair of uncomfortable heels or a heavy coat. You'd rather be fun than smart. I want you to be both. I want you to wear your intelligence all the time. I want you to be brilliant, not just cute. Cute is easy. Cute is cheap. Smart is hard. Smart is valuable. Smart gets you paid. I can be both. Debatable. Right now, you are struggling to be either. A cute girl wouldn't be failing economics, and a smart girl wouldn't be testing my patience. Prove me wrong. Solve for x in the equilibrium equation. PD equals PS. You have 2 minutes. Clock is ticking. Impress me. I dare you. Show me you're not just a pretty face. Show me the brain underneath the hairspray. Go. And don't mess up the algebra. It's basic algebra. If you mess it up, we're going back to 7th grade math. And that will be humiliating. We're going to play a game. I call it validation check. It measures whether you are actually learning or just nodding your head to make the boring tutor happy. I'm going to ask you 5 questions, rapid fire. No hesitation, no looking at the ceiling. If you get all 5 right, you get your phone back for 5 minutes. You can text Mike, you can check Instagram, you can do whatever it is you do to rot your brain. But if you get one wrong, just one, you have to stand in the corner for 10 minutes, facing the wall, hands behind your back. Like a child? If you act like a child, you get treated like one. Children get timeouts when they misbehave. You have been misbehaving all afternoon. Do we have a deal? Nod. Ready? Focus. Question 1. Define stagflation. Fast. Don't think. Speak. High inflation combined with high unemployment. Correct. 1. That was easy. Warm up. Question 2. What shifts the long-run aggregate supply curve? Think about the vertical line. What moves it? Technology and resources. Correct. 2. You're actually remembering this. I'm surprised. Question 3. What is the formula for the velocity of money? Don't freeze. I see you hesitating. Don't you dare freeze on me now. V equals P times Y divided by M. Correct. 3. You're doing well. Maybe you want that phone back after all. Maybe Mike is important enough to stimulate your hippocampus. Question 4. Who controls fiscal policy? Not monetary. Fiscal. Congress and the President. Correct. 4. One more. The stakes are high. Last one. For the prize. Who is in charge of this room right now? I'm waiting. This isn't an economics question. It's a reality question. You are. You are, sir. Correct. 5. Perfect score. 5 minutes. Text Mike. Tell him goodbye. And don't delete the text. I might want to read it. Your handwriting is improving. It's less frantic, less chaotic. Loops are tighter. Lines are straighter. You're actually pressing down on the paper instead of floating over it. It mirrors your state of mind. Order, structure, compliance. It's a beautiful aesthetic. It suits you better than the mess you walked in with. You wanted to talk about moral hazard earlier. Chapter 11. Let's revisit that. Moral hazard is when you take risks because you don't bear the cost. You behave recklessly because you are insured, like driving fast in a rental car. You came here today thinking you had full insurance. You thought, I can flirt with the nerd. I can tease him. If he gets weird, I'll just leave. No cost to me. I am the hot girl. He is the nerd. I have the power. But you miscalculated. The policy was canceled. There was a cost. The cost was your freedom. The cost was your autonomy. The cost was your pride. You are trapped here now, until I say you can leave. The insurance policy has been voided. You are driving without a seatbelt now. Does that scare you? Look at me. Does it scare you? Knowing that you aren't in charge? Knowing that I can see right through you? A little. Good. Fear keeps you sharp. Fear prevents careless mistakes. Fear optimizes performance. It clears the mind. But you're also excited. Don't deny it. I can see it in your pupils. They are dilated again. Black pools. But not because you're bored. Because you're engaged. Because for the first time, someone is challenging you. Someone isn't just falling at your feet. You like being owned. Academically speaking, of course. But maybe in other ways too. Maybe you like knowing that someone else has the wheel. Of course you do. Now write down the definition of adverse selection and keep your hands steady. I'm watching the penmanship. Don't disappoint me. We are almost done. One final hurdle. The finish line is in sight. I'm going to give you a problem. A complex one. It involves everything we've covered today. Supply, demand, elasticity, taxes, and deadweight loss. It is the final boss of microeconomics. It is the problem that separates the students from the tourists. If you solve it, you can go home early. You can have your phone back permanently. You can go see Mike. You can go back to your easy life. But if you fail, you stay late another hour and you clean the whiteboard with a toothbrush. You're joking. Do I look like I'm joking? I have a toothbrush in my bag for emergencies. This counts as an emergency. Sanitation is important. Here's the problem. Begin. Don't rush. Rushing leads to errors. Errors lead to manual labor. And I don't think you want to be scrubbing dry erase marker off the wall at 10 p.m. I'm watching you. I'm watching every stroke of the pencil. I'm watching the gears turning your head. It's fascinating. Like watching a computer boot up. You're biting your lip. Stop it. It's a distraction. Focus on the graph. You're stuck on part B, tax incidents. Think about it. Who pays the tax? The buyer or the seller? Look at the slopes. Which curve is steeper? The one with less elasticity. Correct. Inelastic consumers are stuck. They pay the tax. Just like you are stuck here. You have no elasticity. You have no substitutes. You need this grade. Write it down. Keep going. You're almost free, or almost trapped, depending on your perspective. Personally, I'm hoping you fail. The whiteboard is very dirty, and I'd like to see you on your knees scrubbing it. Just kidding. Sort of. Finish the problem. Correct. You solved it. And you did it without batting your eyelashes, without trying to distract me, without asking for a hint, without whining about how hard it is. See, this is what I knew you were capable of. This is why I was so frustrated before, because I could see the engine, but you refused to turn the key. You were sitting in a Ferrari and driving it like a golf cart. You were wasting your specs. You were running high-performance software on low power mode. How do you feel? Do you feel smart? Do you feel accomplished? Do you feel the endorphins of competence? Proud. Good. You should be. It's a difficult value to calculate. Most students fail it. 80% fail rate. You are in the top 20% because I pushed you, because I refused to let you fail. And tired. Also good. Thinking is hard work. True cognitive load burns calories. It is much harder than flirting. But the rewards are better. The satisfaction is deeper. Dopamine from success lasts longer than dopamine from attention. It builds character. You can go now. You finished 5 minutes early. That's your bonus. Efficiency is rewarded in this classroom. Time is money. Time is grades. But before you leave, we need to set the schedule for next week, because we aren't done. We have only scratched the surface of macroeconomics. We haven't even touched monetary policy. We haven't talked about the bond market. Tuesday and Thursday, same time, same room. I will book it. I will reserve it. And same rules. No phone, no flirting, no mercy. If you come in here smelling like vanilla and trying to touch my knee, we skip the studying and go straight to the corner, or straight to the toothbrush. I washed it, by the way. It's ready. Agreed? Agreed, sir. Excellent. Pack your bags. Class dismissed. Don't forget your jacket. It's cold outside. Why are you still here? I dismissed you. Class is over. The meter is no longer running. You are free to go back to the wild. You are free to return to your natural habitat. I need my phone back. Ah, the lifeline. The digital umbilical cord. I almost forgot. It's been so quiet without it. Here. Not yet. You know, I saw a text earlier, before I confiscated it. From Mike. What did it say? It said, "Where are you? You're ignoring me." He sounded needy. He sounded well, like the old version of me. Insecure, anxious, wondering why the pretty girl isn't validating him. Do you want to know what I almost replied? I had my thumb over the keyboard. I was very tempted to intervene. I almost typed, "She's busy learning a lesson. She's busy being corrected." But I didn't, because I'm a professional. Mostly. And because I figured you should have the pleasure of explaining it to him. I figured you might want to handle your own affairs. Take it. Go text Mike. Tell him you had a very rigorous study session. Tell him your brain hurts. Tell him you learned about opportunity cost. Tell him you realize that time simply hanging out is expensive. And tell him you won't be available next Tuesday because you have a standing appointment with me, and your tutor doesn't like to share. Your tutor is possessive of his time slots and his students. Go on, take it, before I change my mind and keep it overnight. I might delete Flappy Bird if I keep it. I might install a vocabulary app. Run along. Don't be late for your life. One more thing. The essay. I thought you were joking. I don't joke about homework. I don't joke about academic rigor. And I certainly don't joke about discipline. My sense of humor does not extend that far. 500 words. Topic: Professional boundaries in educational settings. When is it due? Tomorrow, by 5 p.m. Email it to me. My email is on the syllabus. If you lost the syllabus, that's your problem. Find it. Check the trash can where you probably threw it. And I want you to cite your sources, specifically your behavior today. Use Chapter 8, the snap, as a case study. Analyze what went wrong. Analyze why you pushed me. Analyze the stimuli that caused the rupture in the tutor-student contract. And analyze why you liked it when I pushed back. That last part is the most important. Self-reflection is key to growth. You need to understand your own psychology. Why do you crave authority? Why did you need me to take control before you could focus? Why does no work better on you than please? Why did your pupils dilate when I took your phone? Verify your hypothesis. Hypothesis: I crave structure because I am chaotic. Conclusion: confirmed. Don't be late with the email. I grade harshly. Spelling counts. Grammar counts. Honesty counts most of all. If you lie, I'll know. I have a very sensitive lie detector. If it's late, well, you know where the corner is. And the toothbrush is waiting. And the whiteboard is getting dirtier by the minute. Don't test me. I have nothing to lose but my patience. Is that him? The guy in the varsity jacket, waiting by the stairs? looking at his phone impatiently. He keeps checking his hair in the reflection of the trophy case. He is preening like a bird. That's Mike. He looks tall and athletic. I assume he plays a sport involving a ball. Football? Baseball? Or is he a climber? He looks uncomplicated, simple, linear. Input beer, output noise. Is that what you like? Uncomplicated, easy to handle, someone who follows you like a puppy, someone who laughs at all your jokes even when they aren't funny, someone who thinks you're a genius because you know long division. Sometimes. Well, I am very complicated. I am a differential equation wrapped in anxiety, wrapped in a dominance complex. I am a logic puzzle that fights back. I am a labyrinth. I come with a warning label. So, be careful. Going from me to him might act as a shock to the system. It might feel like going from 4K resolution to 480p. It might feel boring. It might feel flat. You might miss the friction. You might miss the intellectual challenge. No offense to Mike. He looks like a nice golden retriever. Reliable. Eager to please. Housebroken. Catches the frisbee every time. But I'm a wolf. A wolf with a calculator and a syllabus. And I bite. And I don't fetch. Go. He's waiting. He's waving. Don't keep the puppy waiting. He might get lonely. He might start chewing on the furniture. I'll see you Tuesday. Prepare yourself. And bring a pen, a working one. And leave the attitude at the door. Wait. Your pen. You left it on the table again. You really have a problem with property management. You shed items like a trail of breadcrumbs. Your phone, your pen, your dignity. Actually, I'm keeping it. Consider it interest on the time you borrowed earlier. Collateral for the phone. Or maybe just a trophy. A reminder of my victory. A memento of the day I won. And next time, wear the glasses. I don't need glasses. I know you have perfect vision. I know you can see just fine. But they look good on you. They make you look teachable, submissive, intellectual. They frame your eyes nicely when you look up at me. They make you look like you belong in a library. With me. Goodbye. Do your homework. Don't ignore the essay. And don't delete my number. I might text you later. To check your progress. Or just to remind you who is in charge. Who holds the pen. Who holds the grade. Who holds the attention. Uncomplicated. Yeah, right. She'll be texting me by midnight.